Good morning, Rajveer. This is your game played on 16th yesterday. Okay, so in this game you are white. You played d4, d5, bishop f4. So you played London system, knight c6. As we discussed many times, this knight c6 is a little passive move because he can't break the e5. So usually from black we don't see this move often. So if black played knight c6, the only try will be like f6 and e5, but you can defend by playing knight f3, so you don't have any problem. So e3, knight f6, knight f3, bishop g4. So here after bishop g4 you played h3, which is good, actually forcing things, that is always good, but you can still play something like bd3 or knight d2, but h3 is equally good. Bishop into f3, queen into f3. So here your opponent played knight b4, which is actually a strange move, which is not doing anything on the c2 right now. You can easily defend by playing the knight to a3, but here I suggest you to come back queen to d1, because after queen d1 you can just play your natural move like c3 instead of going knight to a3. This knight is pretty useful on this d2 square, because after knight d2 you have knight f3 and knight e5. So once you place the knight on a3, it don't go anywhere from a3. Even if knight b5, he just have c6 to kick the knight from this b5 square. So the best move here is to play queen d1, because you can't do anything by moving your queen from f3 square. You can't play something like g3 because there is always a threat of knight h5, which attacks both the queen and the bishop. Okay, so knight a3, e6, c3, knight c6. So here it's very simple to see this knight to come c2 square. Knight b5 is very bad square, because you are temporarily attacking the c7, but he will simply defend with his rook. You can't take this and give up two pieces for rook and pawn. Materially both are equal, but two pieces do much powerful than rook and pawn in the opening or middle game. So knight b5 is completely useless. You can't play that your opponent will not support the rook c8. So you played knight b5, which is bad, rook c8, and this long castle what you have done right now is very big mistake, because you see there is no pieces on the king side or the queen side, and now your king is very much exposed. Like, see, for example, if I play a6, which happened in the game, this knight don't have any squares. You have to come to a3, and he can just take bishop into a3 and open the king side, right? Your king side is very badly placed. See, the king is pretty open now. So after a6, maybe your best try would be giving up knight c7 instead of playing knight to a3. I seriously suggest knight c7, because even both are losing. Even knight a3 is losing, but this at least you have some counter play. You can start pushing g4, g5, or even you can utilize this bishop to pin this knight. There is some counter you can try, but after knight a3 this position should be better for black. So he took bishop into a3, which is a very normal move. B into a3, and he did castling actually. So I think castling is a very good move for you, because now you immediately got a chance of taking an advantage. Bishop g5, pinning this knight and pressuring with your queen. This is always helps you, because now even if you create some weakness on his king side also, he'll be worried about his queen side. Now you can easily defend this weakness, right? So if you play something like bg5, the position will become unclear. With this single knight, I don't think he can do much about this a3 and a2 pawn structure. So for him, instead of doing castling, the best move will be knight to e7. This is so strong, because he can just play c5 and open the c file on the king, right? So the move c5 is so dangerous for you. Okay, so after castling, you have a very nice move bishop g5. You missed it and you played bishop d3. So the queen e7 attacking the a3. Good. King b2. e5, little too aggressive but still okay. D into e5, knight into e5. So I seriously suggest you have to remove one of these knights. Bishop into e5 will be a best option instead of going and wasting mo. Bishop into e5, queen into e5. Then maybe you can just play something like rook d2 and doubling the rooks. You can't attack on the king side as you still have the pawn majority, but you should still try for a defensive ideas only. Okay, so queen e2. He played knight c4 check. Bishop into c4, very nice. B into c4, queen into c4. Knight e4, which is a very nice move, attacking. And I think you should come back queen to e2. But you played rook h1, rook h f1, b5 attacking the queen, and this move is actually very bad. Queen d5. Don't keep the queen in an opponent open file, which is always bad. Right now he can just play rook to d8 and attack the queen. You can't take it because you have enough supports, right? There is no back rank weakness. Okay, so knight c5, and now I think you have a chance to equalize the position by playing queen e5. This is so nice because queen trading is forced. He can't avoid that queen trade now. Placing this queen to h4 is too bad. So queen e5 should be equals for you. But played f3. Little too risky because you're not doing anything with the rook on f1 and just you played f3 to weak the pawn on e3. So this is so bad. Rook c d8. And after rook c d8, I think you have a very nice move with bishop g5. I don't know why you didn't consider this move, because that's why I'll always tell you to keep thinking for 2 or 3 moves. There will be always good moves here in any position. So bishop g5 is a very nice move. If he captures the queen, you can just take the queen, and also that creates a double attack on the rook on f8 and bishop knight on c5. If he captures rook into and rook into, still you are having the double attack, and maybe you will still win the game also. Okay, let us see. After bishop g5, let us say rook into. Okay, so rook into is clearly losing after bishop into e7, so rook into is not there. Rook into, I'll just show you. Rook into, bishop into e7, rook into d1, rook into d1. Now there is a double attack. So knight should give a check. Knight a4 check is the only move. King b3 and rook e8 and rook d7. And from here I think white is better because all the pawns are just falling simply, and your king and the queen side pawns will become so strong. Okay, so after rook d8 you played queen h5, and this queen h5 is a big blunder actually. What if he plays knight a4? Knight a4, you can't move the king to c2 because the a3 pawn falls, and soon after he takes the a2 and checkmates the king. Even queen into c3 also will become a checkmate. So king b3 is the only move. After king b3, queen e6 check. You can't come back, or you can't give the a2 pawn. So king b4 means queen c4 check, king a5, and this is a very simple move to make. Rook check, king into b5, and c6 is a mate. So but your opponent didn't saw that and played knight d3, king c2, and king c2 is too dangerous actually, leaving the a3 pawn for your queen. And once the queen comes here, a2 pawn, and with a mate actually, there is a lot of checkmate threats, and you can't even take the rook into d3. See, for example, king c2, queen a3, rook into d3 is not possible because of queen into a2, and then he'll capture rook into rook because your king is forced to leave the support. And after rook reaching d3 and queen d2, rook d2 will be a mate. So moving king c2 is also very dangerous. Here the only move is taking the rook into knight, and but still that even that is also losing. Okay, so let us see king c2, knight into f4. Your opponent is very good for you actually. Queen into a3, he just missed the very powerful move. E into f4, queen e2 check, king c1, he captured rook into rook, helping your rook to come into the open file. And this is the most unfortunate move ever. He played rook d8, but the problem is he never intended to play rook d8. I think his mouse slipped to rook d8, and you are lucky to get the checkmate like this. Maybe he just want to play rook e8, taking the open file, and still you can just defend both the pawns by playing rook d2. Because of this bad king, black is still better, but the game can be anything happen between these two, you and him. Okay, very good, but few things you have to note that long castle in the London system is you get long castle, but the attack with g4 h4 should be very fast. You can't simply do long castle in every position, and this misplace of this knight on a3 is a big thing. Please watch for that, and coming queen d1 should be a good idea instead of that. And yeah, here after bishop castling bg5 is a very good move. So after bg5 maybe you can just complicate things. Remaining game is very good, and yes, that's it. I hope you will play well in the Singapore. Please keep update, all the best. Okay, just keep update with your games and everything in the group. I will watch it, and if possible I'll analyze these games and send it to you. Okay, then bye.